Hello, 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 everybody. Bill Murphy here from the Sports Insanity Network, and welcome to another exciting edition of Murphy's View. Well, it's week 2 in the NFL, and our game that we're going to talk about this week is the Arizona Cardinals and the Las Vegas Raiders of Oakland. Mike Rifkin, that one is for you, good buddy. Let's recap week 1 before we go into this week. Both teams are coming off a loss. The Raiders lost to the Chargers last week 24-19 with Derek Carr throwing 22 out of 37 with 295 yards, 8 average, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and was sacked 5 times with a QBR of 30.5 and a rating of 69. Davante Adams in his Las Vegas Raiders debut with 10 receptions, 141 yards, 14.1 average, and 1 touchdown. And Brandon Bolden with 2 receptions, 21 yards, 10.5 average, and 1 touchdown. Now, jumping over to the Arizona Cardinals, them coming off their loss to the Chiefs, 44-21. Kyler Murray threw 22 out of 34. 193 yards, 5.7 average, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 2 sacks, 55.6 QBR, and 99.3 RTG. With Marquise Brown with 4 receptions, 43 yards, 10.8, 1 touchdown, and Zach Ertz with 2 receptions, 14 yards, 7 average, and 1 touchdown. Now, fast forwarding to this week, it's going to be an interesting matchup, but I think the matchup that is really going to be looking is the Cardinals defense versus the Raiders offense. The Cardinals defense is going to be a little healthier this week. J.J. Watt and Trayvon Mullen are on track to be back. J.J. Watt was facing with a calf injury, and Trayvon Mullen was facing with a toe injury. But the offensive line for the Raiders is going to be facing some injuries, such as running back Brandon Bolden with a hamstring and center Andre James with a concussion. So the Raiders' offensive line is going to be a little down, but the scary thing that the Cardinals defense is going to have to face is, of course, I'm going to say his name, Davante Adams. 141 yards last week with 1 touchdown. This secondary is going to be absolutely busy with Davante this week. They are going to have to cover Davante Adams like there is no tomorrow. And also, not just Davante Adams. You got Hunter Renfrow, who's the other wide receiver. You have Darren Waller at tight end and Josh Jacobs at running back. And they're going to be facing coverage from Byron Murphy and Marco Wilson. And Isaiah Simmons from Arizona. So that is going to be really tough. And plus, Derek Carr last week didn't play so great. He was constantly under pressure last week, and he threw 3 interceptions. And that is something Arizona's defense has got to really jump on it. Jump on it. Jump on it. Whoever does that song, please do not sue me. My covers suck. But yeah, that defense is going to have to sick Carr and the offensive line this week. Now, time to go to the flip side with the Cardinals offense versus the Raiders defense. Okay, the Raiders are dealing with some major concerns on the defense, such as 3 defensive players have been injured, such as safety Trevon Morin with a hip injury, and linebacker Denzel Perryman and cornerback Sam Webb, both with ankle injuries. The Raiders' defense is going to be a little shaken up and they're going to be a little depleted. But they also got Max Crosby and Chandler Jones, who the Chargers held them last week, but the Chargers' offensive line is a really good unit. So can we all just agree on that? So Max Crosby and Chandler Jones is going to be the big pass rush for the Vegas defense this weekend. Chandler Jones facing his old team, sorry, and had a franchise record of 71.5 sacks in 6 seasons. So the big thing is the Cardinals' offensive line is going to have to keep Crosby and Jones away from Kyler Murray. That's going to be a huge thing. And they got to keep the pressure off the defense. Okay, so that's my dive into the game right now. And now a big question: who do I think needs this win more? The Raiders or the Cardinals? I'm gonna have to say, I think both of them need to win, but in different ways. But if I were to say something, I'm gonna have to say the Raiders need this win more because you are in the brunt of the AFC West right now. The Chiefs are 2-0. They won last night, beating the Chargers, who are now 1-1. And you have the Broncos, who lost Monday night, who are 0-1. So I think the Raiders probably need this win more, so they can jump ahead of Denver and get in that second place brunt with Los Angeles. But the Cardinals, they really need this game as well. Because in the NFC West, the only team that won in the NFC West were the Seahawks on Monday night. San Francisco lost. Hold on. San Francisco lost. Los Angeles lost. They're all 0-1. So if Arizona wins, goes 1-1, they could bounce into second place and be in competition with Seattle. Seattle's playing San Francisco this weekend, so that could be a 3-place tie for first if Arizona wins. So both teams are hungry and both of them have their reasons. So like I said, they need to get in the brunt of their division. But I'm going to have to go with the Raiders because this is a very tough division, the AFC West. As we talked about, you got Russell Wilson, you got with Denver, you got Mahomes with Kansas City, and you have Herbert with Los Angeles. So I think the Raiders are going to need this game more. So my final score, I think it's going to be the Raiders 21 and the Cardinals 14. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what you see more, go to www.thesportsinsanitynetwork.com. Check out our blogs, podcasts, and everything. Like, comment, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you for joining me for another edition of Murphy's View. I'm Bill Murphy. Stay safe and take care.